So we did 2 Valley Wolf interviews. We did one recently, well, like a month or so ago. That's the one I was going to put out. But we did one about 3-4 months ago. And the reason why I didn't put that out originally was because it cut out 3 times. Due to, I used to use my iPhone camera to record the podcast and shit. And it just caused me problems, which is why now I use camcorders and shit. The most recent one, it was cool, but the last one, I like that one. I don't know. I enjoy watching it a lot more. I like shit that's raw, uncut, unscripted, not all super professional and like super answer question. Like, fuck that, bro. I want to have some real conversation. So, I mean, that's why I'm putting out this one instead of the next one or the newest one. I like this one more, so that's what we're going to run with. Shout out to Valley Wolf one time, you feel me? So, like, comment, subscribe, all that fun little YouTube bullshit. Or you cannot do it, but watch the motherfucking video, roll up, pour up a drink, sit down with your mom and watch this shit.
I do Club Penguin for a while, so I figured out how to watch porn. I just started watching hella porn.
Dude, Club Penguin? From complete. Wait, whoa. Okay. Bring this back real quick.
You can't say dick. You can't. Wait, what?
Bring this back. Okay, so what happened?
So when you go to those restricted kid channels things, right? And you can't type in certain words, so they'll just draw out with like symbols, dicks and shit.
Yeah.
And, like I clicked on this website link, and you click on the link, it's like meat spin and shit.
It's called what?
Meat spin. Meatspin.com.
I imagine it's probably somebody's dick spinning.
No man, you don't
Good old dick twist.
There's like this point in like 2008 to 2012 where this video was like popping. There's this fool just swinging his dick, bro.
I feel like I've seen that.
Everybody.
It's not just swinging his dick,
He's
but
getting
okay.
fucked, bro. It's kind of like that.
Have you seen Bottle Guy?
No, that sounds rad.
It's terrible.
What is
Bro,
that?
It's terrible.
The Jar Man?
Basically, it's probably the same thing I could imagine.
It is. It's the same guy.
Yeah, he has a 40 ounce in his fucking asshole, bro. It's
Dude.
crazy.
This is gonna get edited
That's
out.
who's gone wild with chair right
I
there.
need a cigarette.
Crazy. You can smoke in here too. I mean,
You can't cigarettes?
do whatever the fuck you want to do in here. It's all a go. You can fuck with bitch in here,
Fuck
you
it,
can
I
coke in
have-
here, heroin,
Oh shit.
all types of shit, bro.
No heroin, you guys. No.
All
No
heroin.
coke.
All heroin. All heroin.
Heroes and heroines.
That shit.
There's a difference.
Sorry, man.
This is
PSA, public service.
This is 120 milligrams. It's been a long motherfucking time. It's been probably about 4 or 5 months since the last one I did. Because I'm fucking lazy. And that's kind of what it is. But I'm getting out of that habit. I'm about to run it up this year. 2019 teams. you feel
Dude, this
me?
is a year, man. This year's already been so good.
Yeah, I think this year is pretty fucking good. I'm not gonna lie. I have good feelings about this year.
I feel like the energy's just been very positive.
Yeah.
Like, compared to, like, 2017 and 2018.
I haven't been robbed
Like,
yet.
Hey, what was 2016? Was that a good summer for y'all? Because I feel like that was a good summer for a lot of people.
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah, a little bit. It was
Okay, let's see.
transitional for me.
Because I feel
that
like
was when we were still, like, in the route to Valley Wolf.
We just started. We had just started
Yeah.
Hollywood.
that's what I was gonna bring up. So Scan Show was your guys' first one?
Yeah, April 9th, 2017.
Oh, my nigga remember
Or
that.
20
What was that?
We started the band on
2017, yeah.
on
February 14, 2016. So it
Valentine's
was just
Day.
our 3-year anniversary.
Okay, how'd that come about then?
The band? Okay,
Yeah.
so this is okay. I met Hyra through my friend Javier. Javi Suave, shouts out. Fucking he introduced me to him. He said I have a friend who plays drums, which is me. He told me that
It's
he has
funny
a
how he
friend
even,
that
like,
plays
knew you,
guitar.
though.
Yeah,
he went to
okay.
Davis for like a month.
3 months. 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months, and the
That's
only
where I went and
friend
Javi went.
I had was Javi, and Javi was the one that showed me around there. But like that was the only friend that like I had. And then after high school, right after we graduated, fucking I reunited with Javi, and then I told him that I was still drumming and everything, and he said, "Oh, I have a friend who plays fucking music, and he likes the same music as you and shit," which was like Arctic Monkeys and The Strokes, and. So we met at his party. He threw a party like October
This guy?
2012. Yeah, and he introduced me to like Tame Impala and Toro y Moi there, and we were like, let's jam, like let's just do it, and we fucking did it, and we from there, we like literally just connected like that. Just me and him, drums,
was
guitar,
easy.
just drums, guitar, and then from there we started. We were like, Queen Bean had like open mic nights, and we said, fuck it, like let's just play covers because we were good at covers.
I haven't been there, but I wanted to go. I just haven't been.
I think they just had their last.
Yeah, it's the last
Yeah.
one recently.
Oh, really? It's done.
That feels like I'm done with it. Bro.
Wow.
We're getting
yeah.
John Mayer covers every night.
All right, well,
I love John Mayer.
I'm tired of this, bro.
But yeah, fucking, we played the Queen Bean in 2013. Like that, literally the whole year we played. We would just think of different covers. We're like, let's perform it.
We were like,
that was on YouTube.
That was only us
we
two.
would like give it a twist too, though. Like we would play like the Doors.
The
stuff,
Doors.
like in our own way, like we play
Yeah.
some Nirvana stuff, and you know, just
John
Tim
Mayer.
Impala.
that kind of shit.
Arctic Monkeys and Strokes more than anything, though. I feel like that was
It was,
literally
it was
like that
literally
was.
just drums, guitar though. Like so
Yeah.
we got down that way, and then
We also try to learn a bunch of fucking Black Keys songs because the Black Keys are just drums and guitar. But from there, sorry, what were you saying?
Because you said the Black Keys were, I thought you were going to say whack.
No,
they're cool.
they're cool.
They're pretty good. I just want to
They make good tunes. That's what matters.
We had actually started a band with our homeboy Joseph Walker.
Noise Collage. That was the end of 2013, beginning of 2014. I was living in San Francisco at the time, but so it was really hard to make that work.
Are you from Frisco?
Yeah, technically, yeah, I was born there. I lived there for the first 6 years of my life, and then I moved here in the year 2000.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
You
I grew up in East Side. Yeah, but no, I mean, yeah, I thought the world was like, seeing San Francisco, like, I fucking would smell piss in the fucking alleys and would smell weed, and I was like, this is what the world is.
San Francisco
And
definitely smells like
it was just that's what I thought of the world to be. So when I came to Modesto, I was just like, oh shit, like this is what we see in movies, like homes, literally neighborhoods and shit. I wasn't used to it, but
Yeah.
we moved to a house, and yeah, it was cool. It was a big change, but then so I basically grew up here.
We're gonna have to figure it out.
I started.
It's funny you say that because when we first moved here, dude, like the first week, my dad got his Ultimate Jack.
Oh shit!
Yeah, the first week we moved here. It's funny.
Where'd you move from?
We moved from LA. I lived in Palmdale, and then we moved down to NorCal. Like, fuck it, let's do it. And the first week there, we were struggling and shit, and then we got our fucking car stolen
That's
twice.
what happens when you move to a new place.
Twice,
People
bro.
are looking at the neighborhood, and like people, when you first move in, you gotta watch your shit because people will steal your shit.
Yeah.
I've never had anything stolen, but I don't ever want it to happen.
Sucks.
And
I had a scooter for 2 days. I left it out for like an hour, and it was gone.
I lived in the house. I lived in a house that's really easy to rob, and I got robbed 5 times in that house, dude.
Oh fuck, man.
Same house.
Was it ever when you were home, or was it always when you were gone?
Always when we were gone, they were watching for sure. And yeah, so it was really fucked up.
Fuck that, bro.
They stole my first guitar. It was whatever.
Not the guitar.
It was a
That
BC
could've been
Rich.
hung on
It was a
the wall or
BC
something.
Rich. It was hella metal and shit. And I was already playing like other stuff. You know, I had like a big metal phase.
Oh,
Damn.
metal all the way.
Yeah.
I've always loved metal. I started drumming, like when I first started drumming, I was influenced
I was
highly
meddling.
on metal and punk, like the Avenged Sevenfold, Blink-182.
Before we did Valley Wolf, we actually played in a pop punk band.
I played in a pop punk band.
Oakshire.
Yeah, Oakshire.
How many
shouts out.
how many bands have you been in?
3 technically: Noise Collage, Oakshire, and Valley.
Okay, so
Wolf.
so when you're in bands, how is that like separating and then being like, yo, I'm gonna dip out?
I don't know. Is it weird? Like they kind of just dissolve.
Okay,
on their own.
it dissolves on its own. You kind of feel it. You kind of like
Everyone kind of just
the energy's not there anymore. And then yeah, like we could talk about it and shit, but it's
Whatever. It just happens.
It happened. Like for the most part with Oakshire, like I do feel bad because I never really like made it official, but we kind of like all realized it. Like, you know what, this isn't like
it was an
it's not working out like we expected it to. And at the same time, I was in Ballard shit. Like the thing with Oakshire is like Oakshire had like we had our prime, we played shows and we did all that, but towards the end of that, which was like early 2016 was the beginning of Valley Wolf. So I was in Valley Wolf in Oakshire for like maybe like 6 months, but it was within the first 6 months of Valley Wolf. Like that's when Oakshire started dying off. But like they all supported it though. Like I showed them Valley Wolf and
And
yeah, they were with it. Like
Road jogging.
oh yeah, there was the Joe Rogan experience too. That's
Road
a fourth
jogging.
band. I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Okay,
what?
there was a fourth band, the Joe Rogan,
Just
the
dispersed
Road
recently?
Jogan experience.
That's
It was Andrew, me, and Stab.
My friend Anthony.
That was record a little behind the scenes. You feel me? A little behind the scenes team.
Doing some texting.
So for those who don't know, we have to restart the whole shit because shit cut off. So yeah, now
Valley Wolf in the mix.
yeah, but now we're about to get more alcohol, so it's all right. It's all right.
Accidents happen.
That's how I was born.
Yeah, I was about to say something similar to that.
No, you didn't. I like your socks, bro. You're showing them ankles, man.
And we're back.
Yeah, unfortunately. So what y'all missed was about 40 to 50 minutes worth of shit. Pretty much we're damn near at the end of the podcast and we realized it only recorded 11 minutes. So we're restarting the whole shit back over
No, man,
again.
let's start over. Hey, put your fucking phone away.
Which is pretty
God damn.
it's pretty irritating, but it's all good. But off camera right now, we're talking about fucking sex. We're talking wrestling work. But what came out of wrestling was China's sex tape, which is an interesting subject, and it was
Paige as well. Charlotte titties.
Just China in general. So DX is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, but China herself, as you know, her own character. She she made her own.
First ever woman to be in the Royal Rumble.
Yeah, it's badass as fuck.
Fucking
Yes.
first woman to ever be intercontinental.
One of the best.
She was the first intercontinental champion that wasn't a woman. First woman to be
Yeah.
anything outside of a woman's champion.
So if you
Yes.
guys don't know, we're talking about wrestling, which
Right.
is this old shit. China's some old shit. And if you don't know about this, look
Rest in
up
peace, China.
China sex tape. It's nasty because she's very buff. Very buff. She's a very buff.
I haven't seen
woman.
it and I don't want to see it.
I've seen it because
China's a legend, man.
Andrew, you don't know
you know
wrestling.
what? I don't know how I came across. Maybe I was watching sex tapes.
Black
I
China?
think that's mine. Yeah.
Not Black China, fucking WWF China.
China.
One of the most biggest sex tapes. Hey, okay, so when we were younger, Kim Kardashian was definitely like a big, like, we're like, it was like, she was fine.
She hosted WrestleMania 24 before the sex
What?
tape. Yeah, 2008. She hosted that WrestleMania, and that was before the sex tape.
Well, speaking of her sex tape was very whack.
Yeah,
Agreed.
It was very boring. Very boring.
Very soft.
I give it a 2 out of
Wait,
10.
super soft.
I give it a
Yeah, a
0.5.
beer-
I give it a
beer to
0.5
Kim-
out of 10.
A beer to Kim Kardashian's very whack.
I still
sex
beat to
tape.
it though.
Dude, I've tried and I'm like, I can't.
And she made an even
I gotta
lamer
switch it up.
host to WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn.
That's hurting your
She was whack. She was just like, I'm the host of WrestleMania. My name is Dude, she was like, you could tell that was pre-surgery on her face and her leg.
Since the shit cut off, we're gonna go back to where we left off from, so which is the very beginning. So I think you were talking about like doing shows with him, and so pretty much I think we're almost to the point to where you were getting to where how Andrew came in the.
So basically, Victor and I met. So Victor went to Davis for a very brief time, like 2-3 months, and he met my friend Javi. And I knew Javi in high school, but we weren't.
Is Javi like the skater one?
Javi
Yeah,
Suave.
Javi Suave.
Shout out.
Shout out Javi Suave.
He's
And
the one that made it all happen.
Shout out that
Yeah.
man.
And Javi, he knew Victor. That was like one of Victor's only friends.
At Davis, yeah.
And Victor went to Mohai, and like we just,
We graduated and everything. We reunited, rekindled. I smoked with Javi. I mentioned that I was still drumming. He was like, "Oh, like I know a dude that fucking plays guitar." And then like
I was that
we
dude.
were basically like, from what he heard from me and from him, we were into the same fucking music, literally the same bands that were revolved around Arctic Monkeys and the Strokes. By the way, the Strokes fucking are the saviors of alternative music in this century. But fucking, we
John
met.
Mayer.
We met John Mayer as well, dude. John Mayer is a shit. we jammed. We literally jammed one day, and boom, connected.
There was even some like covers that we were like, oh, do you know this song? Oh yeah, and we just nailed it like first take.
Like first take, yeah. We were like, I know, like it just.
It was cool.
Mm.
It was cool.
And
we just played all these like open mic nights and shit.
at the Queen
We
Bean,
did that for a while.
2013.
Oh, that was also
Yeah.
the thing that you were talking about, the Queen Bean.
And then we joined Noise Collages.
that was the end of 2013,
With
early
Joseph Walker.
2014.
Another shout out.
Joseph Walker.
And,
It's about to be a shit night.
we did that, and then I studied abroad in Costa Rica for a little bit. So like I just took a whole
That was like
break.
2015.
Yeah, 2015.
And
I took
during
a whole
that-
break for music. And
During that, I was doing Oakshire, which was a
That's
pop
right.
punk band, and we did
So like, what's a pop punk band?
pop punk is a
So honestly,
genre more based off of Blink-182, like a whole different tuning than standard tuning. It's just like just fast drums, fucking. It's just based and reflected off a style.
It's like
You just get a
punkish,
regular punk
melodish.
rocker and you just throw a fedora on him, and that's it. That's pop punk.
Give him a little flamboyance.
Just give him a little flamboyancy, and that's pop
Yeah.
punk.
Because honestly, like, okay, so like, I'm very into hip hop and rap. So
Yeah.
like, punk bands, or just bands in general, I don't know much about.
Well,
so
some do.
interviewing you guys
Okay.
is like definitely like
With-
I'm getting to actually learn shit. 'Cause I
Yeah.
have no.
My
like,
perspective
idea.
on
That's
punk
why
though, it's
kinda
like
cool.
you could do it for the fucking like the style and the scene and the hype of it, and
Or
you
Or
could
you
just
can work
be like,
really hard and do. your
or
own
you
thing,
could
but,
actually
yeah.
fucking stand out and do your own thing, and you could succeed.
That's
with
what's
punk.
hard with it.
But
though.
that's the thing.
Yeah.
There's way less limitations to it, to where it makes it literally
One
like
limitation.
you're literally limited to a certain rhythm, flow, and that's how you work around songs.
So man,
Compared to other styles of music, you're free. You're literally free to structurize. You're free
and that's
to.
what,
What's that?
and that's what. Like,
Yeah, that definitely.
No, I'm saying that's what. Like that's what you. Like,
No, definitely. Yeah, it's wet.
No. I mean, like, what are you talking like? The genre you're talking about?
Pop punk.
Okay.
Okay, it's cool. No, it's reasonably
You
enjoyable.
said, no, that's what. I'm like, no.
It's reasonably. Oh, what?
Yeah, that's
just
what
got
I mean,
it.
like what? Like,
Oh no, like pop punk. It's a mixture of punk styles, but with a little more harmonies and chorusy, which it kind of makes it a little
Catchy. It's
catchy, but to
pop.
its own scene.
Pop.
It's to its own scene. It's pop. It's pop.
It's like castrating.
It's more pop
a
than
pit bull.
punk.
Like you castrate.
But
a pit
it's the
bull.
punk style of pop music. You know what I mean?
What about some bands? What about some
Like
bands?
Story So
Blink
Far,
182.
4 Years Strong. Unfortunately, a day to remember. Blink-182 was the
he says, like,
originators.
castrating a
Green
people.
Day.
Blink-182 were the original. Fuck you, dude. Green Day is not pop.
Green Day is pop.
Yeah, it is, but Green Day is the shit. Green Day is.
I fuck with Green Day.
Green
Wait,
Day's.
so what's what? It's like a pop punk, like looked down upon. in a
Because
way?
me-
No, not by the punk
Hey,
punk.
by me-
Yeah, not by the punk.
I come from
Not
LA,
by the
bro.
punk fans.
I come from LA, so I was like raised to fucking hate pop punk because we're always raised on the
It's gotta
OG,
be pure shit.
the OG skate punk.
A7X, dude.
OG skate punk. So when we hear like bands like Blink-182, like
You're just
they
kinda
made
like-
logos destroy pop punk,
Yeah,
destroy pop punk.
destroy it.
So me,
Because it's
I've
the
grown it on.
franchise.
You said the logos.
It's the franchise corporate version of punk, and it's a mainstream version of pop punk.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
that's kind of like
the
what.
logos became more popular than the fucking band music itself.
Dude, same with fucking post-hardcore, dude. It used to be fucking lit. Like Blink-182.
Especially nowadays, everyone just wears the shirts.
Not Blink-182, but Day
listen
to
music.
Remember and shit.
Yeah.
That's true.
Especially in rap, like raps, like they fuck with.
Yeah, I see like people that
Rap
like,
is being diverse within its own.
Okay,
fucking-
okay. Kanye West during the Yeezus tour, the Yeezus shirt had the Metallica
Shouts out
font.
College Dropout.
It was like it said Yeezus, but it was
It was
the
Metallica.
Metallica
font.
font. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
And with the whole
I-
Metallica type design,
I remember
how
that.
Metallica does it, like.
People definitely, fuck with the shirts for the design and stuff. And they're like, whatever about the band. Whatever.
I've seen fucking literally recent, like if you go on Instagram on the most popular, you see like models and like Instagram pages of like just people that fucking model, but like they'll represent metal bands and all that, and I find that hella cringy because in the back of my head I'm kind of like, dude,
You ain't about it.
you're not about
And there's always
it.
that one chick with the Zeppelin shirt. Always that one chick with the
I
Zeppelin
fucking love
shirt.
Led Zeppelin and I hate
Or like a
Alex.
Sex Pistols shirt.
You know which one I see a lot? Joy Division.
Yeah, I've seen that a lot.
I love Joy Division.
I see Led Zeppelin a lot.
Agreed.
I think that's like the most like,
Yeah.
played out one.
Agreed.
John Bonham. Literally, if these people fucking understood Led Zeppelin as a whole, John Bonham, what he did as just a drummer for that band, what he did as a drummer for the whole fucking like generations to come of drumming, John Bonham is the greatest. Next to Neil Peart from Rush. But fuck, dude, John Bonham he could make the simplest Led Zeppelin songs sound so fucking complicated.
Listen to fucking Kashmir by Led Zeppelin and
Track 6 on Physical Graffiti.
Listen to
1975.
listen to the way that like the measures are on the melody and the drums. So there's da 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 da. There's 1 2 1 2 1 2 3 1 2 3. This fool, the drummer. Okay, so get that. Da, da, da. It's like it's a different beat, but this was playing.
It's going off the backbeat. It's going off the backbeat.
The snare is what keeps it on the tempo, but the bass is off the beat compared to the average. Just do
only at a certain
spot
measure
is where
do they both meet, because one of them's at 3 and the other one's at 4, and the common what's the word,
You guys stick together on the same one, and if you don't, sometimes it sounds sloppy, but they pulled it off pretty much.
Yeah.
So you know how like songs are like in 4 and like
4 time. It's just 1.
So if you do the 3
4. 1.
The 3 beat 4 times, you're gonna get 12. If you do the 4 beat 3 times, you're gonna get 12. So that's what they did with that melody. They
They
Alright, moving on.
swifted around within their own measurements of guitar and instrument and drums, but it connects and it goes off and it connects and it goes off.
Lars
and it
Ulrich
connects.
was better.
No.
Fuck you, dude. Lars Ulrich sucks. But I love Metallica and I love 80s Metallica because Lars Ulrich in the 80s did not suck. Lars Ulrich started sucking in the 90s and ever since.
Okay, so you know what? I'm gonna go off. This is not even related to what we were talking about. But one of the questions that I had before we just got off was, so when you guys come together and make a song, there's four of y'all.
Okay.
So
It's definitely really tough.
so like
Okay.
as a band,
It works.
I know there's the guitar, the bass, the drums, vocalist. So when you're making rap songs, either you're the only person. It's you and
It's the producer which
it's you and
creates
the
the beat
producer.
and then you just
Yeah,
go
so
off.
like, as
recently-
artists, you guys take over.
That's
So
something
how
really
does it
important to
go
say
like?
about that.
So how does it go into 4 different people making the same song?
It works differently it works different with every song.
It
I'm
seems
gonna
like really
say something
complicated.
that I saw recently. Victor saw it with me too. That kind of just put it in like the perfect words. It was the Queen movie and how Freddie was talking about like.
Oh, that came out recently, right?
Yeah, and he
Yeah,
was saying,
absolutely.
"Hey, I went out and I hired these musicians and they did exactly what I wanted them to do, and I hated it. I didn't get any pullback from you. I didn't get a dope bass line from you, blah, blah, blah." And that's kind of how it is with us. Like, we will each come in with different ideas that we feel fit the band.
And if it feel like something's gonna be in there, we speak out on like, hey, do that.
yeah.
Bring in
It's
in this.
It's not like I wanted to sound like this, but it's more like, if we did it like this, it would sound different, or it would give this kind of feel.
Okay.
And
It's
it's
not-
and
but-
honestly, it's every like it's 4 of us, so there's a
But-
lot of.
But with every
yeah.
different song though, like some songs, it could be like Andrew just has the fucking riff ready to go, and he's like, "Hey, you guys, let's jam over this."
Yeah.
And then so it comes like that. Other times it's like Fernando creates the bass line, and it's like, let's jam over
Okay,
this.
so-
and then when we structurize it, it's like we're like, okay, we're tired of this part for so many measures, and we're like, let's fucking do something different, and we just kind of find it out.
Yeah.
But some songs work with all 4 of us. Some songs get created individually, and we just bring it to the table. But honestly, it's just a magical ass fucking.
Andrew has brought in
Answer. No.
Andrew's brought in a lot of really cool ideas. Like, so basically, Valor Wolf was Victor, Fernando, and I at first. That's how we recorded the EP.
February 6th,
And we
14th,
got cool.
2016.
We got cool with Andrew. We were just jamming at a show, and things popped off.
I bring a little more because they were solidified in this beautiful melodic pattern that I did, and I fucked it up. I said, "Hey, I'm a funky player.
Yeah.
So I bring a lot of wah and a lot of funky elements, a lot of soulful James Brown elements, and that it still does.
Regardless from that, we tried out like 2 other guitarists,
Yeah.
but like when he came into the table, like we said, hey, let's try him out. We did, but like there was just something magical
we also
fucking just fit in.
Well,
Yeah,
we also didn't try him out. That's kind of what.
That's the thing too. We were just like,
jamming and
let's just like he said, I want to jam with you guys or whatever. We said, okay, let's try it. We did once.
Okay, so in like band shit, is that kind of like a thing?
Just make sure it's,
Is that kind of like a thing where you guys are like, oh, let's just jam real quick and see what comes out of that, and we'll see
sometimes
like, if it goes from there?
a lot of times it's most of the songs.
That's kind of the way I'm
honestly,
trying out.
I've just been like, hey, I have this riff, I have this idea, boom, and
See where it goes from there.
yeah, like I recently wrote this song that I had.
It was very
based I had based it off of Huapango Huasteco, which is traditional Mexican. Yeah, it's just,
Yeah, because I mean, like most of the other shit, it's like it's Latin shit. It's like Hispanic.
It's based off of the
Yeah, so,
roots
like,
are definitely based off
all of the shit you guys say. I don't know what the fuck y'all are talking about,
Yeah.
but it sounds great. it sounds great.
The influences come. What I love about Valley Wolf is that the influences become diverse.
and we're all musically fucking like in our past.
time.
We're musically fucking like I played trombone in high school for 6 years. They played mariachi. Fucking Andrew fucking has been playing guitar for I don't know how fucking long, but it looks like it's fucking been a while.
And honestly, like when we added Andrew, we didn't have like a full like objective or plan or anything. I was just like, hey, like I can't play the full song.
Best way to put it
I
is
need
he
some
smoothly
rhythm. I need
came
somebody
into place.
that can fit in and like do the things. And obviously, I wanted whoever we brought in to have like artistic freedom and stuff. So I like the style, I like this influence, and it was cool. And
Like you have to try to fit in.
yeah, and the best thing about I guess the band is like our personal relationships with each other. We weren't just looking for a band. We were already friends, family.
Like I had jammed with him for 5 previous years. I met Fernando 3 months previously to when we started the band.
Yeah, I don't know if that's in there, but
I wasn't in there, but basically I met Fernando through Josue, which was another guy that we jammed. He was our original bassist player, like with some of our open mic nights at Queen Bee, and he introduced me to Fernando. It was either Christmas or New Year's fucking weekend, 2015, going into 2016, and I talked to Fernando. I really got along with him, and we were like, let's jam someday. And then that day finally came, which was fucking February 14th, 2016.
When that happened, I was still in Costa Rica, so like I had taken a
he was
break.
still in Costa Rica. He was gone.
I was just not.
And so I wasn't even jamming with him at all. Like I just had contact with him because he was my fucking homie. But we weren't like, oh, let's talk music. Let's
we talk some music.
We would talk music in general, yeah. Like,
but you know what's funny? Like,
but it wasn't like let's play something together. Let's do this.
You know what's cool though? Something I noticed about that time is that like we weren't jamming and stuff, and because of that, like I was. Because we would influence
I was an
each other.
not
just that, but like we would influence each other with a lot of music that we shared with each other.
So in a sense, we always had that idea and had that like sense in the back of our heads, like let's do something with this because the way we shared music with each other is like we got to do something with the way that this song.
But what I'm
makes
trying to get to though is that like during that time, like Victor's like my brother. You know what I mean? Like he's family and shit, you know.
You can tell, yeah.
Yeah, and like while I was gone, obviously we weren't talking as much and all that. So like
just
I was doing my own
it was
thing.
just little conversations.
Yeah, and
here and there, but
I was just doing my own thing, like listening to different music. He was listening to different music as well.
I was still on my metal punk phase.
Yeah, and I was getting more into like I don't know, I guess
the Latin type
music,
shit because he had the friends.
Because you're already out there, dude. You're already out there in Costa Rica. You gotta already embellish.
Yeah, Central. Because I was also in Nicaragua, and I backpacked Nicaragua. That's where I broke my fucking wrist. But fucking, you know, I was just.
You want to talk about breaking your wrist?
Yeah,
he fell off a tour bus.
it was
Trying to get off
us.
to go on a volcano.
So yeah, basically,
I'm sorry for laughing.
it was pretty funny.
Because he's saying explain it. It's literally how it
That's
happened.
exactly what happened, dude. Like I was backpacking Nicaragua. I had like a week and a half break from school in Costa Rica. So I was like, fuck it, hey, like who's down to go to Nicaragua? I had 3 friends that were down. So we
Why were you
went.
going there in the first place?
Huh?
Why were you going?
Because he was in
Costa
Central
Rica?
America, dude. Like he was already in Costa Rica.
Why did I go to
like,
Costa Rica or Nicaragua?
Nicaragua?
Costa Rica. Well, I was
Either in general.
Oh,
why were you even out there in the first place?
I was in Costa Rica because I was studying
abroad.
abroad. Yeah, I was studying botany and environmental policy, and it was cool. It was fun. I studied environmental science and history in college, and I already graduated. But whatever, I love music. And I'm doing
He's a
it.
substitute teacher,
I'm
so
a
kids
substitute
look
teacher.
out for him.
That's also a
I'm a-
subject we'll come back to for sure.
Yeah, yeah, I'm a substitute teacher. And I
So, yeah.
Fernando's a mechanic.
I'm just a mechanic. You know, we're just regular people. You know,
I
I'm
saw
a
you
full-time
over
wrestling fan, so
How
yeah,
old
we
are
got
you?
different fucking
Yeah.
careers.
Okay, so how old are each of you guys?
I'm 24, he's 24, he's 21, and Fernando's 26.
I first met these guys when I was like 19. So
Yeah.
all they do every time
So
I
we were
practice, they
22?
talk mad shit about how young I was all the time.
No, you
I
don't
know,
know
we're
about
all
this.
Come on,
Yeah,
Coach
dude.
Squire. Let's...
no, we're still doing that.
The boy don't know no
Yeah, they're
better.
still young. They're still dominant.
That's our
The joke right now. The joke right now
It's
is
like-
whenever he says some shit, and we're like, he's just young, whatever.
Like he doesn't know wrestling, so already at that, it's like
Yeah.
the boy don't know no better.
boy don't know no better. It's alright.
I definitely noticed, but y'all haven't. But if we would have got the footage from earlier when we were talking about wrestling for like, we were talking about wrestling for at least like 20
Fucking 30
20
minutes.
solid.
Hey, long time. Long time.
Yeah, yeah.
And I kept looking at him. He was like, bro.
I'm
like,
let's end this shit already.
I know. And eventually, towards the end of the conversation, he was like, let's transition. Like,
Yeah.
let's move on. Like, he was
Wait,
saying, he was like,
before we
bro,
move on though,
We gotta let everybody
your
know.
homeboy pedigreed.
Okay, I have a friend. Okay,
Thank you.
That was
Thank you.
nice.
Okay.
Please explain the story again. So,
I grew up in the east side of Modesto, on Dorito Way, off of fucking Yosemite and Riverside. And I had a friend, Marquise, my next door neighbor, who introduced me to wrestling.
is he black?
He was half black, half Mexican.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
More black than Mexican, yeah. His name is Marquez. Like, the
Oh.
Marquez, but it's pronounced Marquise. But
Mark.
that was like my homeboy from day one,
Okay.
and it came to a point where he was more. I was like the innocent one. I was like the brains, and he was the power. To like, he was like Roman Reigns, and I was like Seth Rollins. Basically, one day I was getting hella bullied by these two dudes, Hector and Rosario, on the bus. We were in like 6th or 7th grade. Unfortunately, I don't remember that specific
Sorry.
detail, but fucking all I know is that they were fucking with me to the point where he was like, when we got off the bus, he was like, "Why are you guys fucking with my friend?" And they were just acting like, and
Same.
basically they fought. And this was like 3 blocks from my house. It was where Rosario lived, like two houses away from where he lived. Marquise and him fought. Oh, it was like a handicap match because it was Marquise versus Hector and Rosario. And fucking-
Street fight handicap.
a
Man.
street fight handicap and extreme rules
Extreme rules.
and it went to the point where Marquise straight up fucking pedigreed Rosario. It's the pedigree is Triple H's finisher move.
Say this is a head.
This is the head.
Real quick.
So you bring the head right here, you bring the 2 arms, and then you just fucking drive them to the floor. And we were like 12 years old, 13 years old, so homeboy literally did that to another 12-year-old homie, and fucking, not even homie, because homeboy was bullying me.
Yeah.
He fucked him up. Mom came out. I think the mom was the referee that kind of just countered it as a fucking
She
DQ.
got on the floor. She's like,
She was basically like, yeah, no. She was like,
We're
leave
like-
my son
But
alone,
like,
blah,
the
blah.
more they talk about shit, I guess, the more I realize they're way more into wrestling than I am.
Dude, no, dude, I am. I am.
Like I
That's
said,
confirmed.
because I stopped watching like in elementary school, but you guys are still going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm,
And
dude,
you guys are fucking.
I made sure-
heavy.
I had-
Don't get me wrong, because I will still go to a show. Like if I have money,
Oh, dude.
if I'm going to, if I got some extra money, I'm
Okay.
I'm gonna get drunk and go to a
Speaking
show.
of that, okay, if we want to make that happen in
I don't
Modesto,
care.
my friend Mark my friend Marquise, the one that's fucking pedigreed the guy, he's actually thinking of starting his own, he wants to start a business here in Modesto. He wants to be the owner of a fucking wrestling company based off of Modesto because we don't have that. Like, finally,
We don't
Valley
have
Wolf is
anything.
making...
This is fucking irritating. I'm sorry, guys. This episode, I mean, it's still gonna be good regardless. But like, you guys missed out on like great shit. Like,
We're good.
Okay, so...
no, but it's still good. But okay, so
We met Rob Van Dam.
I'm gonna say it. So when we recorded the EP,
December
Yeah.
2nd,
the
2016.
next day,
this fucking story.
the next day we went to
Venice.
Venice Beach.
We were looking for weed. We finally decided to go up to these random strangers and we were like, hey guys, can you hook us up with weed or whatever? This was before weed was legalized recreationally. And basically while we were waiting, the guy that was gonna come back with the weed was like, hey, I just saw...
No, it was a different guy. It was a different guy.
Oh, no. It was
It's a
a
completely different guy. He
got
came and
it.
he's like, dude, I just saw the hottest chick. She has a big ass boyfriend. I'm scared.
I know what I love too is like you guys are telling the same story for the third time.
It's an awesome story.
But
It's like, I
they
can
have
say
the same enthusiasm on everything.
Yeah.
Because we met fucking Rob Van Dam!
Because we met fucking Rob Van Dam. So this fool, he says, this chick is awesome, whatever. As soon as he's done, he's like, oh fuck, here they come. So he grabs his shit and takes off. I don't know why, if he was scared or said some shit. I don't know. Took off and I look at the couple. I don't even look at the chick. I look at Rob Van Dam, and then I look at Victor. I'm like, yo, fucking Victor, is that fucking Rob Van Dam? It's my favorite fucking wrestler. He's like, that's fucking Rob Van Dam.
Fucking Rob Van.
And I was tripping. I was like,
This is not
what
my
the fuck? I turned
This is
around,
pay-per-view.
and his fist was like that. And
He's like, happy Sunday, you guys.
I was tripping, dude. And this wasn't planned, but I actually have a Rob Van Dam shirt on right now.
I gotta bring that.
Hell yeah. I gotta show the
No, I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Show the motherfucking back for these bitch ass.
Man, it's good to be back.
It's fucking good to be back.
Guess who's back? Let me check this shit.
Yeah,
Just in
see,
case.
it's still even fucking going, bro. This is irritating.
I have a friend who's starting a wrestling business here in Modesto.
Yeah.
Fuck that non.
We're about to be out here on the map. Wrestling and music, what more can you fucking want from a city?
So one thing I want to talk about was one thing I didn't.
Ranch!
One thing I didn't. Okay, so y'all were on a podcast yesterday.
I wasn't on that because I was at work.
So, which I can imagine was way more professional than this one probably was. So because it looked very legit. It looked
I'm
very,
having
like-
fun right now, so I could say
No.
this one's better.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I wasn't there
But I'm saying
yesterday.
as professional wise,
That's the-
like.
What was it called? The podcast?
Modesto Reboot.
So it was Modesto Reboot.
Oh, so
So,
that was in Modesto still.
yeah, so we met up with this cat. So we're
Who
drinking.
is those? Who are them? I've never heard of them.
They just came out and
We were chilling in Commonwealth.
Don't fuck with me, bro. I'm trying to run this shit. Don't try to run this shit while I'm trying to run this shit. 'Cause that's just not no motherfucking game.
Hey,
bro. You get caught in these
running
motherfucking streets, you get. Nah, I'm playing.
it. We all running it. We all running
Dude,
it.
she's a materialistic object.
It's just a phone, bro. Chill. Nah, but it's good, bro.
This phone's fucking with us.
But no, like, who was that though? Like I said, I never heard of it.
It's Modesto Reboot. They just started this podcast and they invited us to an interview. So we went. It was cool. It was like in downtown, and it was like this secret like
It looked
gentleman's
really
club.
nice.
It was like in a basement, dude. It was something else, and
Right next to Commonwealth.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was just YouTube.
Just me, him, and Fernando, who's in here right now, the bass player.
Oh, that's funny. So like yesterday,
It wasn't
them
him.
three, and then
And now he's here. So hell yeah.
they get the best of both worlds.
Yeah.
How was that though? How was that one though?
So we go down there, and he has all these codes you gotta type in. We go in here, and he opens his door, and it's just like a
type in
Cinderella.
codes?
It's like the Yellow Brick
it's
Road,
secret,
bro.
dude. It's-
We go in, there's pictures of like old school movies like Caddyshack,
Oh,
like
shit.
pictures of like
It
women.
was
and
legit. They had a lamp
Great
that
flick.
was fucking. It was a leg, Like a
Like
woman's leg and
leg.
pantyhose.
Oh yeah, like
That's what it was,
The
dude.
Christmas movie.
Yeah, just like that.
Oh,
Just
the
like that.
Christmas
That's
story.
where it's from. Yeah,
That's
it's right.
right.
Christmas story. Yeah, that's where it's
Yeah,
from.
that's
Yeah.
exactly what it was.
That's fire.
and It was
Fire.
cool, you know?
I'm hearing about this for the first time too.
Yeah, no, like the environment looked cool. Like it looked like a real.
It looked like a very
It looked like
memorabilia
you
type
could smoke
fucking.
cigars and. Just,
Yeah, that's where the room that we did the interview in was just like our room.
Oh,
Yeah.
that makes sense, bro. 'Cause that's what it
There's
looks
a
like.
sign that said all smoking is limited to this room or something like
I
that.
love it.
I seen that somebody posted that recently today.
Yeah,
Not last night, but today.
yeah.
But like, how was the interview though? Like, it was cool.
He's a cool guy, man.
Who was it? Looks like
What was his name?
Aaron?
Who's Aaron?
you guys never seen him before.
No.
Never.
He's like a new guy on the scene.
Did he come to you?
No, I don't know. I think he's been doing stuff for a while. He
For
just
3 years?
Yeah, he just started Modesto Reboot though, and it's cool. He's got some.
What
some
did he do
good stuff.
before the interview thing?
I'm not sure, man.
Did he come to you guys?
Yeah, he came to us.
I mean, to us.
Let me not forget myself.
He came to us through Lucky Fest people, and you know they wanted to feature us.
Oh, so you probably seen him on the lineup. So let me check these guys out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah,
Okay.
but yeah, man, you know we try to represent Modesto. We try to make it special because like
For real.
we started the band in 2016 on February 14th.
Basically, all our music fucking connections, all our music fucking inspirations all happened here in Modesto.
Yeah, and we want to make that, you know, known because people know of like a Bay Area scene or LA scene or this stuff.
But out here, it's definitely not known.
It's
Like,
different.
there's no look out here. Like, there's no type of look out here.
Yeah, like I tried moving to
there-
San
but there
Francisco
is.
and everything, and we like, dude, that shit's not. It's not the same out there to fucking create a band and to make it like here. And I honestly feel here our like breakthrough also helped with a lot of our friends and our fucking homies fucking putting us up
Definitely,
there.
the local scene has done us really well. I
Yeah.
would say, and
No, because people fuck with you out here. Like,
Yeah.
people are really buying T-shirts. How does that feel? Having people really sit there and buy T-shirts, buy you guys?
It's
It's
fucking
sick,
awesome.
man. It's
Like
sick,
it's
man.
It must feel
it's a
fucking
great
amazing.
feeling, dude. I have a cousin in Phoenix. Like he tells me when I went to go to the Royal Rumble in January over there, he told me he's like, I play your music every day and I try to show your music like to as many people as I fucking like can. And like we're gonna try to fucking play out there in August, so like it's gonna like I'm sure we'll have a good turnout regardless if we don't know anybody from that state, you know?
Yeah, 'cause I mean,
Because we have people to fucking put us out there in other cities and other states, so that already feels nice. We had like 16 countries listen to us on our Spotify.
oh, that's crazy. That must also be crazy to see too. Because honestly, like I have one dude, shout out Joey UND or whatever. But he's from Hawaii and he wanted to send me T-shirts, and I haven't sent. He wanted my address, and I was like, I don't send you my personal address, but I'll make a PO box. You can send me something there, and I never made one. And if you watch this, bro, I really do fuck with you, bro. I just never made a PO box, so that's why I never sent you shit. But bro, like I do fuck with you. But yeah, like it was cool seeing someone from fucking Hawaii.
While you're here, listen to Valley Wolf.
Yeah, while you're here, checking out Spotify, motherfucking
Apple Music, that's it.
Oh, that shit. Nah, but speaking of this, what's you guys' favorite part of what you guys do? Like, what's the favorite part?
I love drumming in general, so I love that. Like,
drumming.
okay, no, I love that they literally let me be free in. Like they trust me enough to fucking give them
Just let you.
the necessary beat.
You kind of
for
make the
them.
rhythm of the whole fucking song.
But in a sense, like they know for a fact that they accept my freedom in drumming, and that's in my personal.
Except when he first joined, we took away his second bass.
Dude, I had
Double
bass.
pedal.
I had double bass, and they said
What is
Nope.
okay? So people that don't know, like me, what is that?
double bass, 2 feet, 2 feet
Yeah.
hitting the bass
So
drum.
you hear metal, it's just these two bass drums. So it's very
But-
bassy.
It's bass driven.
Following off what you were saying, we all pretty much have this grasp of freedom that we all accept each other on. But you know, we all
And we
it
trust
all-
each other.
Yeah, we trust each other, and it all comes down to what can make this sound dope. And if you're playing by yourself and you're ignorant and you're saying, oh, I want it this way, it's not going to work like the Freddie Mercury song.
And with the whole experience with Eduardo too, Eduardo made us think like, okay, you guys think you have the final product, but what
why
can
do you have it?
Why? Like, yeah, do you like? He makes us question if it's fucking actually good enough. So that's how we're starting to write music now. So we're literally putting in that fucking mentality and questioning ourselves like, hey, from that first EP, like now with our new songs, we are like, hey, do you think we could fucking, what could we do to either make it not so exaggerated, but also make it a banger? And
also this time so the first time we went to record, we recorded, we got to deal with him because he was doing a Kickstarter where one of the incentives was a recording session. For
anybody who hit him up, fucking, if you had a band, he was like, I'll record your band.
Who are you guys talking about?
Eduardo Arenas from Chicano Batman.
Yeah.
He's basically put out on the internet, hey, like, here's the deal, I'll record your band to fucking make money to release his first solo EP. And we were the first band to hit him up about it, and we had literally that year we had seen Chicano Batman for free on Mission Street in San Francisco, and we talked to them, we met the guys, we talked more to the drummer than anybody, but I remember we told Eduardo, the bassist, at some point we were like, hey, because literally I feel like another big inspiration to why we started Valley Wolf was because of Chicano Batman. We heard and we saw what the fuck they were doing, that was like, dude, we could do this instead of doing covers and dealing with all the...
because we were already like doing songs that were like Latin based and stuff, and
it was funk, jammy, fucking
okay, so
Latin
that's
shit.
also a question because you guys do the Latin shit, but you were saying you don't really fuck with that.
He
shit.
didn't. No, he didn't.
At first,
But like, how did you become to like it? Because that's kind of mostly what it is.
it's kind of like already like embedded in our culture too.
Yeah.
So like I feel like he
was
liked
easy
it without
transition.
knowing it. You know what I mean?
Because I came through from LA.
Like how he said, he jammed with us on bass. Literally found the note, and that's how it started. But
strictly, I was really restricting myself until I really had a realization that it's like what I was hearing with these cats were doing was really reflective of my Mexican culture. Like I heard everything. Every element that really connected with me, and I was like, "Oh shit, this is
and it was
what
like
I've been
it could have
waiting
been in
for."
his past, but somehow in his head he connected to what the fuck
and
we
it's
were
like
doing.
deja vu. Like I felt like, "Oh shit, this is what I need to do now." Like this is beautiful.
This
like,
is
I love
something
this
that
shit.
I'd love to be a part of.
Yeah, it's diverse. Yeah, it's so beautiful. That's why I really love being in this band.
But the fact that like we went through 2 other guitarists, but when he kind of played with us, it was just something that we were just like,
I know what you mean.
you're literally
It's because it's
limiting it to us rather than the other guitarists were like, oh, it's more about me, so I'm just gonna jam over what you guys already created. But with him, it's just like, how can I add to make this better specifically, rather than how do I stand out?
Exactly what I was gonna get to.
Yeah.
Is that we already had something planned out, and
We had a vision.
We already had
We
recorded. So like we already knew the pieces we needed, and we were just like, just do this, and he was doing just exactly what we needed.
Not
At
too
first,
much, but not too little, and it was just.
But we were also jamming at the same time, coming up with stuff that was cool, that would be valuable. You know,
while we were still creating new songs. So in a sense, like he came in and like he helped write new songs too, and like I said, he had MCF with him and the other drummer, and then I kind of joined in that. But then we had fucking the Road Jogan Experience, which was with another dude, and it was me and him, and it was.
That name is
Road Jogan Experience.
That name
EP
is
coming
funny.
soon, Road Jogan
No, it's
Experience.
not, dude. I'm not gonna fucking stress about that.
Hey, what I was trying to get to though is that basically the first time we recorded is that the first time we recorded
We met
did
RBG.
5 songs in what, like 10, 11
We
hours?
did do
12
5
hours?
in one day. Within
One day?
11 hours. 11 hours.
Yeah, we ate in the morning and we just
We recorded the first album.
the whole EP, dude.
The first EP.
And this last time we just went to record 2 songs. This last time we went, we spent a whole weekend.
We spent
writing
32
2
hours
songs.
recording 2 songs. But those 2 songs are
Perfecting
fire.
Perfecting them, man. We perfected that.
You can find them on the link below.
And this basically brings me back to like how we
You gotta put
basically
the-
got like songs together. we thought we had the songs done. We presented them, and there was moments where there was just like something needs to happen.
He straight up
Something here.
changed it,
Yeah.
but for the better. And that's the thing, like that's what I mean by like his influence on us and how we worked with him, and the work ethics to music that he taught us. It's like we're putting that to ourselves without him being in the mix. So it's like how he taught us in the studio to our own songs that we thought were already finished. It's like now we're doing that to our songs that we think are already finished, but we're like, how the fuck do we fucking make it?
Or we still contemplating on a lot of just like small parts of songs. Like I don't know this piece, you know. Like why is it there? Why are we, you know, playing this like that? What, you know? So that kind of stuff is a lot more important than I guess than we realized, and it's been cool to apply those ideas and I guess just be better about the work ethic behind the artistry, because you can have your artistry and your ideas to present them and stuff, and you can make a song, you can make anything, and like yeah, it could be accepted however you want, but if you really put in the time to do shit right, it's gonna come out way better. And if you make it special, and that's
so true.
one of the things that I learned the most is like if you make it special, you'll make it worth it. So like
That's why it feels
Valuable-
so good to
Valuable
perform
started-
it.
Valuable started in 2016, early 2016, and we recorded December 2016. We did that. We didn't even play a show till May 2017. April
April 2017. So that was a year and 3 months after we began the
Yeah,
band.
and we didn't even release the EP. We played shows. We're building.
We had the EP
fan base.
recorded before we played our first show,
Yeah.
but we didn't release that EP until a whole year and a half
Oh,
after
so
we
we
started
set on
playing.
Yeah, so y'all had your EP for how long before you released it?
Year and a half.
Almost 2 years.
Almost 2 years, like
And-
a year and 10 months.
So when you guys recorded, did you guys know, like, you guys were like, okay, this is it? Or like, okay, so how did that happen? So
Well, we recorded fucking thinking like we gotta put something out there. Like we
Yeah.
gotta fucking like have something out there. But the fucking patience part of it was literally recording and waiting to release it. And that process between recording and releasing was a very long process because we had to go through people to fucking edit it
Well-
and to master it.
Well,
And
not just that, but also like we're building a fan base. We're working on that,
Yeah.
and like I said, we have to make it special. So part of it was also hyping it up to where like if we had an EP release, it'd be popping. And that was just, you know, that's part of the advice I took from just a lot of people around, you know, and that's what I did. So we did an EP release show.
We
And
hyped it up too.
hyped it up, and it was cool, dude. It was
So at the same time, when when they recorded, and all this time we waited, it was
so
just
how much, my bad to
Oh,
interrupt
it's
you,
cool,
but
cool.
like how much a part were you of that EP release?
Well, pretty much I understood coming in. I'm mostly gonna do
I
rhythm.
probably worded
the
that
EP
very
release
wrong.
was recorded and everything
Yeah.
like a whole year and a half before he even joined the band.
He already knew what.
Oh no,
he
not
had
a
to
year and a
do.
half. I'm sorry, like 8 months previous.
Well, he already knew what he had to do. You know, we already had to.
Okay, so
But he saw
So-
us live and he understood. He understood the whole concept of
So,
it just by one show.
What was your part of it then?
Pretty much, I just like I compromised. I saw what it was, and I said, you know, I need to add personal rhythm more, and try to add a little more solo to some portions that are.
He basically
missing.
said, "Here's what I could add to it," but the way that he added to it compared to others was just perfect
So-
because
Was there finished songs and you add to that song?
yeah,
There's
yeah,
two
That
definitely.
must be really hard,
Definitely.
especially with band
Like
shit.
with the EP, like now that the way we play it live,
Yeah.
you won't hear his parts on the EP because it wasn't previously recorded. Like the song will still be the same song we're recording live, but watching us live is a way better experience than listening to our
Okay,
album.
that